area and how we are taking our learnings, and today I'll explore some of the inputs from my side that how AI in BFSI can help us to achieve what together we can believe that AI hidden potentials can be looked at. I'll start my discussion with the Google Cloud survey, which was done late 2023, early 2024, where 350 executives voiced their opinion about AI. And if you look at it, 95% believe that yes, this is transformative. And approximately 38 to 40% believe there is a required budget increase required for doing this transformative journey. Most importantly, 40% also believe that it's a self-funded initiative. So people not only believe that it's require a cost, but they believe that it can actually self-fund itself with the value it holds. The last and not the least, people are very much worried about underlying risk that is there. Let's go further to understand what's happening. So it shows the keen interest how this AI can be explored and what's there. But today we will explore what are the key 3 features that we need to think through as AI leaders in the organizations. Readiness, reward, and risk. Starting with readiness, I think in plenary many of the people talk about there are 3 key areas of the readiness that's required. Infrastructure, data, people. Starting with infrastructure, one of the key imperative each one of us has to be really looking at it. Are we global? Are we local? If we global, and specifically our industry being regulated, do we need solutions on-prem, on cloud, single cloud, multi-cloud? What is the cloud strategy? But cloud strategy is not only your own imperative. Please mind it. Try to look at the cost with underlying other initiatives, specifically in banking sector, with open banking coming up fast, with other areas in BFSI, open finance coming up very fast. All of these strategies have one of the common features in terms of the cloud strategy. Try to collaborate with your partners within the organizations, across the organization, to understand how together you can leverage the investments together, and that will help you define your right ROI on the investments required. Also understand the key critical features of your use cases when you are defining what is required for your GPUs and computes or PTUs in today's world. Most of you would be looking at it. If you have a use cases which just require inferencing, that means you are looking for a vendor product where you just need a user, you might want to look at something pay as you go. But if you are heavy trying to build your own AI apps, you are trying to build very heavy duty AI model, think about fixed cost models of buying computes and having the right kind of GPU on your premises. Be thoughtful of your cost. There are options available today for bidding the GPUs or PTUs in case you have very, very sparse requirements but not a very good backlog of your use cases. So be very mindful when you are defining your infrastructure, what kind of investments that you would like to carry along, because that will define, as I've said, return on your investment. Going to second most critical element, what is data? Data, as we all know, specifically all the BFSI partners, we are in heavy data world. We have experienced data every single day. We breathe in data and we breathe out data. So every single day, we make more and more use of our data. We create more and more data. We have histories of data in our system for last 10, 20 years, and we have built a lot of traditional models which is there. And we know the challenges: governance, quality, ownership, single source. It's nothing new that we are talking about. It's the same fuel, but now it has one more added flavor. Earlier we used to have structured data we have requested our clients. but very soon we are unlocking the power of unstructured data of your videos, images, text documents. We are asking clients, but also we are getting all the information from various sources, which is the clients have given a consents and different informations that are there in the big data repository. So how we create the right governance structure, what's the investment required, not only doing the quality cleanups one time, but as you go along, you need to ask those investments and also the KPIs. Also those projects needs to be highlighted, not only the new thing in the toy when we say new AI models or new areas. We need to put up the right strategy, how to make sure maintenance is one of the key priority and how that should be figuring out as one of the key KPIs and investments as we go along. Going to the last and the key critical pillar of your readiness is people and partners. I'll start with partners. Your partner is one of the key. The journey of AI, we know specifically in the BFSI, we've been in the industry where we have a lot of credit models developed along with the collective knowledge of credit industries, peers and everything, because we know that's where the power of unlocking is required with the collaboration. Single alone, every single institution might not have a relevant data. And we have explored the power of collaboration much faster than any other industry. That's what I'm saying. Make sure you have the right thought leaders in your journey and you are collaboratively looking in terms of buy versus build decisions before you explore your journey and start looking at your things. So look at your right thought leaders to building up your people strategy with the right partners, augmenting your knowledge. But the key priorities is you need to ensure that you are reskilling your people fast. Not only in terms of the AI, the new skills that's emerging, whether you're AI engineers, prompt engineering, AI ML ops, UX AI, lot of every single day you are finding new skills coming up. Most important skill that is required to reskill your existing workforce, because today that's where we need to make sure that our subject matter expertise understand how to go towards this particular journey. People who will follow along with the literacy curve of upskilling and reskilling themselves are gonna be faster making the change in the industry. Then we try to rehire those ones. So please focus on that. But all of this require a budget, financial budget, and I'm sure most of you are asking that financial budget. I would request, don't only ask for financial budget, ask for financial budget with the commitment. In Mashreq, I am quite in a great position as an AI leader and most of my other members of the fraternity within Mashreq, because our CEO Ahmed Abdullah, as well as all of our group heads, who are visionary in terms of looking at the digital leadership, digital innovation and AI champions, they have vested their own time as a change management leaders within the organization to initiate the discussions. That's what is making the discussions more fruitful, more rewarding, making sure that we are getting a pragmatic use case which is gonna unlock the reward or unlock the hidden potential of these use cases. That's what makes me move to the next section, rewards. As I've said that finding the right use case and finding the right model, finding the right infrastructure, which we discussed, but the right model is one of the key. We are in the industry, 20 plus years currently I'm in the industry, but I have seen every single day we have reused the data and find the unlocked potential of our hidden data, which is the structured data. We still I would suggest all of the AI practitioners to keep reviewing their data, what you hold, because we hold a big data within our own organizations, even in the structured form or an unstructured form, where we have build up a lot of models, next best recommendation models, early warning signals, many of these products. But we have built specifically for some specific sections of the banks, which is say marketing, risk, but we have not built those models how to create operational efficiencies or how these models can be still used for putting up the right client experiences. Please look at those areas, and I would say machine learning still holds a great potential in terms of unlocking the right kind of use cases, and that's what you should be debating with your partners within business to understand whether this is a machine learning use case, is it really a AI use case where it's with respect to Gen AI use case. But even with the machine learning and traditional AI holds the value to unlock of around 4x to 5x. And in Mashreq, in last 3 years, we have actually built up the use cases which have delivered 5x returns in terms of our investments that we have put it up in our analytics journey. And we have looked at it, and last year we in fact reached to a peak of a 9x, where we have seen that how these use cases are helping businesses more and more, making us a self-funded unit, which you saw the voicing came from Google Cloud, that if you are pragmatic with your use cases and using the right infrastructure, building the right use cases in the right journey, right platform, when your client needs or your relationship teams or your decision makers need that decision. So your timing, journey together makes a big difference how you are delivering those use cases than just building the models. So please look at that areas, and that can help you unlock real potential of your current data. And then definitely that brings to what are the new themes that we can build up. So now we had structured data, but we are building experiences in combination of your structured plus unstructured data, starting with conversational AI. As I've seen, I'm looking and talking to my industry partners across the organization, banks, insurance verticals, as well within Mashreq itself. We have seen around 50% of use cases are towards your conversational AI. Now, conversational AI is not limited today to the outside clients. There is a lot of experiences with the employee experiences required on your HR policies, on your operational policies, operational areas, even exploring your own data. You can actually, and to be very honest, if you look at your partners like your Databricks, Snowflakes, different partners, they have also enabled a lot of solutions, your co-pilots. Please look at some of those areas where the unlocking can happen, which can help you build the right conversational AI. But that itself gives you a benefit of around 30 to 40% increase in operational experience as well as the employee experience. Other area that is quite increasingly and most commonly used, and we have doing a lot of POCs and in the verge of scaling up certain areas, is use of OpenAI or models like Llama, Mistrals, to find out that how you can use some of those things to generate contents from your client documents, summarize contents, whether it's in your credit journey, whether in your onboarding journeys, how you can use some of that information to really streamline processes, S2P processes, simplify what used to be manual, automate for your operations as well as clients. So these are the areas which can help you unlock another 20 to 30% operational efficiencies, and more importantly, put up more employee client experience, increasing your NPS. Customized AI models and journeys, that's the other area that's there. While there are some very complex areas of synthetic data and anomaly detections, these are the journeys, mindful, watchful, because these are not simplified journeys. This might require work with your partners because these are still very emerging areas, hold a lot of biases. Be very careful doing it. Last not the least is your building your own co-pilots, or building your own large action models, or building your own industry specific small language models. Yes, it's required, and there will be a time whether we need all of banks, but be very, very, very how you can look at some of those things. Understand the nuances before you get into those models, because still we are unlocking lots of biases, lots of things where the fundamental models are designed, because your any new model will be based upon those fundamental models. Don't follow the basics of statistics, machine learning, which I think as statisticians or as machine learner scientists we have learned. Make sure, understand your assumptions, understand your data, understand your model. Don't just copy paste your models from GitHubs or anything. Understand what nuances it creates before you start building your thing. So this is what is there, but most importantly, this whole arena will move towards emotional intelligence, next frontier in digital bank. If you create this entire journey together, you would be able to create hyper-personalized models for your client, which will help you to the need of the client. And this is what the vision of our CEOs coming up, that make sure all journeys combined together, we are able to reach this with the consent of the client, with making sure the privacy is of the client. As I've said 2 words, I hope you know where I'm leading to. Consent, privacy leads to the next section, risk. So this is the area where I would like to say, there are risks, be aware of those risks. We know our current challenges, and I talked a little bit about data quality, how you are managing the consents, how you are managing single source of truth. But this is getting compounded with AI regulations, where we are talking about what is the biases, what's the transparency, how my models are getting built. My clients want to know it, whether their private data is getting utilized without their consent or not consent. Most importantly, as ecosystem, we all have given our commitment to ESGs or COP28, that we want to make sure that we are conversant how we take our sustainability commitments to the overall world. So be sure to reuse, work together as ecosystem, be there with each other, don't create in silos. This is also one of the forums where we should talk about the models which can be reused not only within the same bank, maybe industry-wide usage could be one of the ways to manage those sustainability issues. And the speed of change. We know one of the key variables is that the speed of change, whether in the underlying operation models with your Claude, Anthropic, 7TBs, Reflection 7TBs, every single day we have 1 or 2 models coming up with more and more and better. Be mindful of that change. Make sure your models are agile. Make sure you are not building very, very old traditional ways of modeling. You should be transparent, transient in terms of building the thought vision. Be a long-term visionary in terms of your models, whether they're gonna be with journey, whether it's gonna be web, mobile, edge, how those gonna get integrated with those solutions. Be mindful when you are really, really thinking about those areas. And I would say how you mitigate some of those things. Make sure you have a right responsible AI and data governance framework, because that will help you to understand the right ecosystem, right structure that you currently have, and you are not going into the boundaries where you believe it's not real. Make sure you have the right guardrails. Put it up for your data. And today these best practices are available. We are in the era where not only our informations we publish on Twitters, but every single developer, any new information is there on the hands. Be mindful what you are getting, be mindful of source, but be also look out for the right kind of open sources which is providing a great amount of research. As bankers, as BFSI partners, we don't have that much of luxury of doing research and developments, because we are pragmatic about how we can deliver our values to our shareholders. So find out the right research partners who can help you, or where we can get some of these informations on guardrails or the data frameworks which can help us to make sure our models are sustainable and also prudent in terms of how we deliver those results to our clients, which are, or our shareholders, which are paramount responsibility. Today we hold it up together. And also I would like to look at it, make sure that you have right ML on LLM ops structures. These are the new areas, but you need to monitor the data drift, model drifts that's happening, underlying model pinning, that's the data that is pinning in your data in your models, or the models that you are using. Most of the industry today stands out is manual there. Be mindful there to create that right structure, right place to govern, how you put the governance framework on that side. Making towards the last point, which I would say, and that's literally what I would like to talk about, balance risk and reward. Start small, be nimble, try to adapt as you learn, make changes fast, fail, test and train and fail internally as much as you can, but try to avoid in rush to deploy your models in hurry. Be vigilant how you are providing journeys to your client, And last but not the least, make sure you are compliant, but make sure that you stay focused and start delivering results pragmatic to what your users have asked for it. That together will help us achieve more prudent ecosystem to work together and build more better experiences for our clients. That's all I have it for you at this moment. Thank you so much.